What's up guys, Marcel here. Today I'm going to talk about my top 5 movies ever. It's a hard list because it changes frequently, only less frequent than everybody's favorite songs to listen to. Keep in mind there won't be any spoilers for these films that I'm going to mention because if you haven't watched these films, I believe these are all movies you need to experience for the first time yourself. Memento, directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Guy Pearce. The full movie is free on YouTube and IMDb TV. The movie is about this guy trying to find the murderer of his wife, but he has anterograde amnesia, which means he forgets everything after a few minutes. The last thing he does remember is
my wife.
That's sweet.
Dying.
He takes photos, writes on them, and gets tattoos to remind himself where he is at on the case. So I'm uploading this on the 20th year anniversary of this movie. I love this movie so much because of how original it is. A big twist in this movie is that the movie is going backwards. The scenes in color are going backwards, and the scenes that are black and white are going forwards. It's not a spoiler, the movie makes it very clear in the first few minutes. So the beginning is the end, and the ending is the middle of the movie. Them making the movie go backwards really makes you feel like you have the condition he has.
Okay, so what am I doing? Oh, I'm chasing this guy. No, he's chasing me.
What can I say? It's a Christopher Nolan movie. It's really going to mess you up in the end. In a world of prequels, sequels, reboots, remakes, Christopher Nolan steps up and makes a new movie every single time. Memento, directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Guy Pearce. The full movie is free on YouTube and IMDb TV. Lighthouse, directed by Robert Eggers, starring Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. The full movie is free on Amazon Prime. This movie is about 2 lighthouse keepers trying to keep their sanity while stuck on an island due to a storm. Everything about this movie is perfect. The acting, cinematography, sound design, just everything is on point. Dafoe was snubbed from an Oscar nomination so badly. That's why I don't watch award shows.
Danny! Let Neptune strike ye dead, Winslow! Hark! Hark! Triton! Hark!
And Pattinson does a great job as well in the leading role. The movie gives you that feeling of, is that real? Was any of this real? It's the same director for Witch, so you know it's going to have a creepy ass ending. But man, I don't know how to explain this movie. It doesn't have enough scary moments to be called a horror film, not enough funny scenes to be called a comedy film. In all honesty, the genre of this film should be psychological horror comedy thriller film. But this movie was fantastic and is a must watch if you're somehow still questioning Robert Pattinson's acting chops in 2020. Hereditary, directed by Ari Aster, starring Toni Collette and Alex Wolff. The full movie is free on Amazon Prime. The movie is about a family coping with tragedy. I swear if I say any more, I'm spoiling the movie. This movie and Nightcrawler are movies that made me lose complete faith in the Oscars. This film could have been nominated for every single award: Best Actor, Supporting Actor, Soundtrack, Picture, Cinematography, Sound Mixing, Editing, the list goes on. Toni Collette got snubbed so incredibly hard. Not only was she the best actress, she was the best actor in general, and she didn't even get a nomination.
Sneer at you? I don't ever sneer at you.
Oh, sweetie, you don't have to. You get your point across.
Okay, so fine, then say what you want to say then.
Peter.
I don't want to say anything. I've tried saying
Okay, so
things.
try again, release yourself.
Oh, release you mean?
Yeah, fine, release me. Just say it. Just fucking say it.
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother! Do you understand?
Her performance gets you so tight. It gives you Jack Nicholson vibes in Shining, but this performance is even more versatile because she needs to cry her eyes out. Every time someone cries in this movie, it feels so disturbing. It feels like you're actually intruding someone else's privacy. I mean, not a single poor performance. Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick, starring Jack Nicholson. I don't know where you can watch this movie, but how the hell did you get this far in life without seeing this movie? Again, everyone's acting is amazing. Even at a time where child actors were terrible, the kid who plays Danny is, till this day, one of the best child actor performances of all time. Fun fact, he's a college professor now, and legend has it, if you ask him anything about The Shining, he will fail you. Kubrick directed the crap out of this film, and if you couldn't tell by now, my favorite movies are the ones that have crazy endings that get you thinking about the movie for a while, and you find something new every time you watch it. As I said, this film is flawless. Nothing much else I have to say. I mean, we've all seen it. My one problem with this film is the behind the scenes, because, I mean, Shelley and Scatman Crothers got mentally abused during the making of this film. Like, there's a legend, I'm not sure if it's true, but Crothers took this one take like 89 times or something, and he actually started crying on set. This movie also just has my favorite movie quote ever.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Stay away from me! Wendy! Stay away! Darling! Light of my life! I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in.
You're just out walking and you pass little signs that say keep off the grass.
Number 1, Man of Steel. So this movie just blows me away. It's just a perfect film. The music, the visuals, I mean, it just makes you feel like Superman. And when he flies, I mean, I just can't get over Henry Cavill. Okay, let me stop playing. I love Man of Steel, but all my friends know my favorite film is Donnie Darko, directed by a one-hit wonder, Richard Kelly, starring young Jake Gyllenhaal. And you can watch this movie for free on YouTube. I don't remember them from the top of my head, but while watching this movie, I can recite every single line. I watched this movie for the first time 3 years ago because it was getting re-released in theaters. Everyone was getting hyped about this movie again, so I said, why not? This looks like a great horror movie. It's not that at all. Everything about this movie is on point. The writing and acting is really the standout, because even if you don't understand the movie on first watch, you can enjoy it because the dialogue feels so real.
So, why'd you move here?
My parents got a divorce. My mom had to get a restraining order against my stepdad. He has emotional problems.
Oh, I have those too. What kind of emotional problems does your dad have?
He stabbed my mom 4 times in the chest.
Oh.
Donnie Darko. What the hell kind of name is that? It's like some sort of superhero or something.
What makes you think I'm not?
The soundtrack in this movie is so unique as well. It's a bop, and the movie is also extremely well shot. Now, a lot of people enjoy the movie, but don't get the ending. Personally, not to brag, I mean, I basically understood it by the time I went to sleep after my first viewing, but over time, it'll make more sense, especially if you watch the director's cut, which is an inferior version of the film, but it's better if you want to understand it. But yeah, I love this film. Y'all know that, and those are my favorite movies of all time. Tell me what yours are in the comments below. See y'all.